It's day 24. As you see, we're still here in our little hideout. We're picking up right where we left off in the last game. So let's take a look here. We're going to have to look in here. We're still getting some of the stone made for our cement, so at least it's had all night to kind of cure or whatever you want to call it. So we're going to go ahead and get 330 more. So that'll give us 400, not quite the 4,000 that we need. So it's going to take us a minute to get this done, but you know, at least it's something we can get done. We're going to go ahead and tell our guy to go ahead and eat, see if we can't get our max health raised up a little bit, because our wellness is going to go up. And it's going to be another fun day. Speaking of which, I gotta grab me a bite to eat. Hope you guys don't mind me being a little real with you. Perfect, so we got a couple of bonuses to our health. Yeah, that's really going to help us out here, especially for what we want to do. Give them a little water. Alrighty, so let me see here. Now, what I'd like to do is I want to see if I can't get something going here. It's really kind of frustrating me, so if I come down to about this spot right here, I could probably pull something out like this. Let's see. Alrighty, give me that. Give me that, because it looks like a zombie made his way in there. So, what I'd like to do is come down here. Yeah, buddy. Look at that. We got some tuna. And some other stuff. Not quite what we wanted, but if we come down here, we have enough down here, though. Where's it at? Let's come over here. I know, if we come over here and grab some pillars. These wood pillars here. These are great. Let me think here. I mean, I could use wood pillars, or it could be an absolute D and just do a wall. Now, if I do a wall, the wall goes like this. Now, it will help us out in the long run, and it'll keep them from scaling. So if we do a wall, what we're going to need is spikes. So we're going to have to start farming the trees across here so we can get it done properly. And we got to get up high enough that there's no problems with zombies. So it's about 3 high here. They're not going to be able to really bug us on that side. We really don't need to do a lot to this. Just gonna come through here. Come out. Overall, the objective in this game is always travel. You need to be able to travel. You need to be able to get to where you're going very quickly. So now that we have this little wall here going, we want it to be all the way up to that point. So that's going to require us to jump Get up here. So let me take a look here. So we're gonna need to climb up here because we gotta make it that high. So if we pull this out here, hammer that down. This is gonna eat up a lot of our wood, but like I said before, it will prevent them from doing anything crazy. So since our goal here is to protect our guy and our little area here, we want to make sure that we can get up here. There we go. Continue to build this out. Because the problem that we're going to have is that they're still going to be able to come over the top and get to this until we get up high enough that the game eventually forgets. Like I had one game that I played for got months. It was a long time, and basically I got so high that I couldn't see the trees right here. It was, I mean, I could not see the treetops on it when I looked down. It was pretty cool. But what ended up happening was the zombies would walk over the top and they would fall, and you would just randomly in the middle of the night, you'd hear it from inside your fortress, you hear splat, splat, and I was like, what am I hearing? Splatting, and I was so high that the zombies were suffering from falling damage. They were falling and hitting the cement, the asphalt there for the roads, and they were literally dying. They were just hitting it, and boom. It was just massive damage. It was so great. So one of the things I'm going to probably end up having to do here is go over and cut down all the trees that I have over there to my right. Probably going to end up clearing out all these trees and planting new trees. And then we're going to have to do like an every couple of day thing where I'll have to come back here like every 3 days to work on this, because the trees will have to grow and be full grown so that they can harvest, so we can get a proper yield. Otherwise, we're just not going to get anything out of them. You know, I can't clear cut the whole game. It would just take too long, but farming is definitely something that can be done in this game, and so you can definitely farm. So let's see here. So what I always suggest is you can build this up right here, and it's super easy to do. Yeah, you're just going to continuously do this. It's a little boring sometimes, but the fun part comes when you start hearing the zombies splat, or when they're trying to get to you and they can't. Because your worst case scenario right now is that they're going to fall between, you know, right here in this little area. That's honestly your worst case scenario. So, you know, every once in a while what I do is you can kind of take this, fill that in, because you don't want them walking from that side to this side. You want a barrier of some kind preventing them from doing that, locking off certain areas, which you can also mine that. You know, if you put 3 rows of spikes on the outside down there in the asphalt, you can rip out all this earth here, and you can use that to your advantage. You could put in ladder systems and stuff like that in your fortress that helps keep them out, which is going to work out pretty nice for you, as long as you remember to take that bottom stair out. That bottom step has to come out. If that bottom step doesn't come out, they're going to climb the ladder and come get you. They're going to find a way to walk up it, because the game doesn't render all the best. So you definitely want to see what you can do to take care of that. So let's take a look here. So while we're doing this, we're up fairly high. So one of the things that I like to do is every so often just go through and add a floor. Because if you add a floor level here, that's going to help you out if you want to mine. It's also going to limit the zombies getting into lower areas or higher areas. It's just overall a better thing to do. So if you're wanting to mine for stone or dirt for your gardens, because you can definitely do a garden, that's one of the things that I always do, is I always put in a little level here, and then when you go to build your next parts, so we have 1900 here, so let's go cut some trees down. You'll eventually end up with a fortress, and as you see, the mountain obviously juts out, so you're going to start jutting out with it. You're going to end up having to put some rails in. That way you can actually get somewhere with this. Let's take a look here. Where are some of these trees at that we can cut down? Because we want to be able to farm. So farming is going to require us to clear cut as much of this as possible. There's not a whole lot that we can do about it. We just gotta get all these cut down. And you want to leave this green grassy areas alone because they are going to spawn deer and pigs. Put down spikes down in these areas randomly. I know a lot of people are like, hey, you know, can't we randomly put down spikes and whatnot to try to thin down your zombie hordes and stuff? And it's like, yeah, you can, but you're also going to thin down your deer and your pigs. And that's not going to be a good thing for you because you're not going to get any meat. Because if the I'm not sure what they call it, but the ribs and stuff, when you're done getting all the meat and the hide and the fat off of it, it always leaves back like a little rib cage. If that is not taken out, then the game doesn't realize that that animal is done and it needs to spawn a new one. So then you end up with a little bit of a sticky situation. Or you're running around trying to figure out why the game doesn't spawn new animals. And the answer is pretty simple. It's not spawning new animals because it thinks that there's still an animal in that area. So it's not going to spawn another deer. So you got to make sure that you get rid of all of those. That's just another reason why I really like using pillars and walls. Because you can go ahead and you can build up. And that leaves the lower levels alone for the most part. That way you know that you can get some more deer. You can get some more pigs. There's 5,000 wood. So things can still spawn, zombies can move around, dogs can get at the bottom, but you're safer at the top level. Another good thing about being able to build a wall over these mountain ranges like this is you get dirt, and that's going to let you build your gardens, it's going to let you replant trees in higher levels, so you can actually create your own kind of terraformed version of the game. Like I said in other videos, I've actually gone into cities and walled off the whole city, the whole entire city. I walled it off in concrete, and then I went up to the upper levels and did a ceiling in concrete. I had pillars. I put absolutely everything I had into it, and it was kind of funny because I could go anywhere I needed to in that city, and I never had dogs or zombies or anything come get me. Kind of got a little boring. I'd made it so secure. It didn't matter what level difficulty I played the game in. It was just super secure. I could build houses and have fun. It was kind of like being in a creative mode without being in a creative mode. But I really enjoyed it. I really had a lot of fun with that. And then after a while I was like, yeah, kind of time for me to kind of get rid of this game and start all over again and see if I can do things differently and make different decisions. So let's see here. So we've got that. There's our wood frame. So let's tell it to make this 500 wood frame. Take a good chunk of our stuff, but not the end of the world. There we go. And swap back and forth. Just build up and make sure that I'm not having to have a difficult time securing that. So now that we're back up here, we have our little area here where we were wanting to put in our floor. That way we can harvest anything below or above and be secure, because eventually we're going to be able to harvest all night. Doesn't matter what floor you choose, zombies are going to have a heck of a time finding you if you do it right, because there's just going to be so many stairs and ladders and whatnot. They'll eventually you'll get one or two that breaks in through the side. You just take care of them, because I mean, if you put up your doors and stuff like that, they're not going to be able to just get into you. That's kind of what makes things a little bit easier for you. So let's see here. That gives us a flat area. Zombies still can't get up to our door unless they were able to scale this, which is going to be the more fun part. Once we get this completely scaled up, then we'll be able to bridge this over, and we can actually get up level with the top, which is a lot of fun, because when you're level at the top, you're able to actually do more. So let's see. Alrighty, so we got this going pretty good. We don't have any zombies down here. It looks like no one's coming to see us, so we got plenty of time to build. It's just gonna be a ton of fun. Alrighty, looks like my food is done. Yeah. Just so you guys know, I'm eating taquitos. This is the go-to. It's always taquitos or pizza rolls or something quick and easy if I'm playing a game, because I don't really want to sit here and not do anything. Sometimes it's just easier to be productive. Alright. And there we go. So we're just going to continue with this and keep trying to build it up. I only put one piece of wood on there because it's really not important. The important part is that eventually you're going to get to the point where you can run all the way down this mountain. Let me see right here. So here's Trader Joel's. We're right across the street a little bit in this area. But you'll eventually be able to run all the way down here and all the way back up to your main base. You can grab these drops a lot easier. Like there's a drop right there. Kind of want to go see what's in that drop. But I gotta get up over this mountain. So that's gonna be a bit of a pain in the butt. Let me see, maybe I can just kind of hop up the side of it, because I don't have my stuff built yet, so I'm kind of gonna get stuck at some point. There we go. So now I'm able to get up here to the top. I can see over there, that's where the two drops are. Over here is where the other drop is. There it is. There we go. Very good. Aw, really? Well, that was a bit of a bust. Not gonna lie, I was kind of hoping for more. But, let's see. Oh, there's clay. Oh, it's good for your forge. There's our trees, and you can barely see the tips. But I've been so high in the sky, when you look down, you can't see it. It is absolutely crazy the way they rendered this game. But like I said, I'm a fan. I like it. Not going to complain too much about it because, yeah, no one's going to get anything perfect 100% of the time. It's just not the way it works. There we are, directly north of our base. Huh. Okay, so we are getting dirt. There we go. 1,700 clay, some dirt. Let's see. Now, if we are directly above it, we should be able to have some fun with this. Let's see how far we can get. There we go. Yeah. Pay dirt. There's our sand. Kind of makes you wonder how far down we are. Wow. need to face what, this way? That way. There we go, we're about to see how far down we got. Oh, we hit dirt. I caught the side of the mountain. There we are. Oh, we didn't go down far enough, and we're over a little bit. Still kind of cool. Perfect. Able to level up, that's always good. think I'm hitting a mining problem. Sometimes when you're mining, you're going to run into a problem where you don't know if you're going up or down. So to me, it's always easier if I use a wood frame, because that tells me if I'm going in a straight line. Otherwise, it's real easy to start digging up and lose your bearing, which I think I was doing. Because by now, I should be peeking out. Yeah, a second now. Of course it does. Oh, and I can't repair it. Okay, well, we're gonna go this way. That looks like sand. Oh yeah, dirt. So we're right below. This is actually a good spot to come out. There we go. Hey, look at that, more iron. Of course we want as much of this stuff as we can get. This is why people make multiple forges. For such a small amount. There's 6,000 rock, 500 dirt, there's some coal, some other stuff that we were able to find. There we go. More clay. About more clay, we know what to do with at this point. But I mean, might as well have too much of something than not enough. So that's pretty much going to be the end of our day. I mean, there's not a whole lot left for us to do. Especially with our mountain fortress here. We'll be able to build the wall up more, put more levels going over here. Cutting it off, then the worst thing that we're going to have is zombies are going to walk out and die. Or they're going to try to break through our walls. But the more we build, the better it's going to be. The less likely they are to get in. It really doesn't take as much as it would seem. This is just one day. We got quite a bit done. I mean, we were able to dig from the top straight down and then over here. Now, what I'll probably end up doing is I'll probably take that on the top where we dug down, and I'll probably end up going about 4 blocks by 4 blocks and throwing a ladder on there as an escape hatch so I can always get up to the very top. Because there's going to be times where I'm going to want to go up to the top to work on stuff and stuff down here because there's only so much work that can be done. But on the top, what I can do is level that off, and then I can plant trees up there. But it's going to require me to take its dirt And then what I'll do is take that dirt over there to the workbench that I have at Trader Joel's during the day, and I'll have that turn the dirt into sod, so I'm not eating up how much stuff that my guy can actually do. That way if I have to repair an item like a shovel or an axe, I'm not waiting for 4,000 pieces of dirt to turn to sod. Makes it pretty simple. It makes it a lot easier. So in the meantime, we're getting our cement made here, which is cool. Especially since we have a cement mixer. So then we want to go ahead and build any kind of cement stuff. We're gonna want, where's it at? Get out of here. Oh, I bet it's in the forge. So there's our cement. Yep, there's our rebar frames. So if you get a rebar frame like this one, it's basically gonna go ahead and make you a little cube you can use. And what you do is you upgrade it with concrete mix, and that's how you end up with the strongest wall that you can possibly make. So you're gonna need to make a whole bunch of this cement so that you can turn it into concrete in a mixer, and then you can pour it inside the rebar, and you're done. Super, super easy. Let me see. I probably have it. There we go. And let's go back over to cement so we can finish with our cement. There we go. Let's see here. Before Trader Joel's is done, I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. That way if people get into this video later on and they have questions, they can say, oh yeah, I remember seeing him show us how that whole rebar deal works. Oh, that light's not doing a whole lot for us, is it? Alright, so let's see here. Missing stones again because I cleared them from my inventory. Okay, well, you know what? Ah, really? That's a tire. There we go. Oh, yay. There we go. Alrighty. So that's going to make us concrete for the rest of the night, quote unquote. Alright, so let's get into our little base here. So, rebar and how that works. Let's say we want to take this out. We want to drop rebar in there because we want to make a concrete path. Drop the rebar, grab our hammer, and we upgrade. Takes 10 concrete. And it starts off dark, but once it's dry, it's not going to be. So it'll dry and you'll actually see it. It'll turn a grayish color. We'll just wait for a second and I'll show you what I'm talking about. There we go. You can see a little bit more of the design. Alright, so we're gonna let that finish carrying. I'll show you guys the strength difference between a wood wall and concrete. And this thing's taking forever. Well, I might as well repair my axe. There we go. There it is. An actually cured one. So now, with wood, if I were to smack this, it doesn't take much. You know, that's it. So a zombie's gonna get through that pretty easily. This, there you go, 6,000 health. You know, I can break this with a pickaxe, no problem. Now I just need cement to fix that wall. So that's it. So as long as you have cement, once you build it, you just boom with your hammer, done. No big deal. So then your cement can be fixed. So when a zombie comes up and starts smacking at it, it's gonna take a minute because, you know, like I said, this only has 200 health. This has 6,000 health. So it kind of makes you wonder, you know, which one do you really want protecting you and keeping them out? I go with concrete every single time. You can actually upgrade the concrete several steps above this. There's polished steel you can put on the outside of it. So then they have to break the polished steel before they get to the concrete. And even once they break this, that 6,000 layer, then they end up at this 6,000 layer. So you're not even really done yet. So yeah, technically every block of cement that you do has 12,000 health, which is so much better because then you just bring your hammer out, bink, and the concrete comes out, or repairs the wall for you. So once it's built, as long as you have the supplies, you can fix it with a hammer. No big deal. And 12,200. Just kind of shows you which one you actually want to probably defending your base. Because this is in a mountain surrounded by stone, that's why I like to use wood. It's cheap, it's easy to build, you can get everything up, and you can always upgrade wood to concrete. You just gotta get past the steel banding. So if I wanted to take, say, you know, my wall over here that I've been using, the next step of this is going to be this, and then this, and then concrete. It'll go to that kind of concrete, and then the final concrete, and then, you know, it's transformed. That makes it super easy to change any of the wood that you have into concrete later if you want to reinforce it. So if you're sure that you want that there, then it's no big deal. If you don't, just take your axe, knock it out, get your metal back. It's not going to be the same that you put in, but it's metal. So that pretty much sums up this this video here. We're going to go ahead and finish letting the stone go all night so we can get our iron and our stone in here. Because we're going to want as much of this cement as we can get. That way we can take it down there and get a bunch of it. We're going to want some rebar made, so for that reason we're going to go hunting, get some more animal hides, because we definitely want to be able to make a lot. So we're going to need more forges. I'll probably tear this section of the wall out here and start putting more forges over so we can get our cement rolling, because, you know, once we start mining and getting our stone, and we start making trips down south, as we see on our map, the location that we picked, we're going to need to build our wall down to it, because, you know, if we run over here and we run down, we have this little base. Well, we have one here, but we have our base right here on the edge of the desert, and that's, you know, basically as close as we could get to it. But if we build a wall straight here, and then we come up and we go over a little bit, we can get to there. Or if we were to build the wall over into the city and then straight up, we can pretty much nail it. Because, I mean, this is going to come straight down the outside of the city, hitting this wall straight over to here. So then we'll be able to run all night back and forth, grab our sand from here, and then run back up north to our base. And then we're going to be able to build everything. It's just a matter of getting the walls built so that we can make our run. You know, if you saw the earlier videos, you saw the walls that we built up here so that we can run from here down to here. It's pretty easy. You know, even with our mini base that we built here in the bridge. So we should be able to run back and forth without any problems. So, thanks for watching this video. Give me a like, give me a subscribe. You know, if you like what you see and you want to see anything special, go ahead and let me know, and I'll let you guys know how to build it. It's super, super easy. So with that said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.